Galit Goren joins us live now from Israel. Her niece is among the hundreds who are still missing more than a week after the bloodshed started. Galit, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having me, Tammie.
First off, let's talk about your niece, Tiferet Lapidot. When was the last time that you've
You
heard
can
from
call
her?
her Tiffy. You can call her Tiffy.
Tiffy. When was the last time that you heard from her?
Saturday about 9:30, she called her mother, and it was a Sabbath because they're Orthodox, so they're not usually picking up the phone. But if somebody calls, it means emergency. And that was 9:30, and Tiffy called her mother and said that she understands that it's a big fuss there, and people are like shooting at each other. And then she asked her mother what to do because she doesn't know if to join her friends or to go with her friend. And then since then we didn't hear for her. And the mother wanted to stay on the telephone, but Tiffy said that she has a low battery.
And that was the last time that your family has heard from her since her mother, her father putting out several videos asking for her return, believing that she may be somebody who is just missing, possibly taken into Gaza. There's no word on this yet. But there was an update, a very tragic update on Friday that you received.
Yeah, her best friend, who she would like run away with, who I understand that they identified her body. It was so difficult because they were together. So what's going on with Tiferet? We don't know nothing about Tiferet. And the day goes, it's like 9 days almost. And the nights are 9 nights without her. And, I think most of the energy goes to like push aside all the imagination or whatever we think, and we know what happened there. So we're trying with all our power to be optimistic and to think that she's okay. But at night, Tammie, it's very, very difficult. We're sending our children to have fun and just to dance. And we would never in a million years, think that something so cruel can happen to. I can see now, look at everybody. They just came to have a good time.
And then that was a situation that unfolded. Yeah, absolutely. Going, gathering to have a good time. And it turned so tragic, so brutal because of this Hamas attack. Now, Tiferet actually wasn't even in the country, just not until too long before this. She was traveling, you said, for just over a year, and she returned home not only to celebrate her birthday, but her father's as well.
Yeah, as well. We wanted to make a surprise party for him because Tiferet was here and to celebrate also with her. And she had ticket back to Australia. She loved Australia because I was also there in Australia for a whole year, and she loved and she wanted to go back to Australia. She felt at home there. And Monday she had to go back to Australia.
We've been seeing images of families that have been protesting in Tel Aviv, asking for the government to do more to try to find their missing loved ones. Your family has a Canadian connection. You are a Canadian as well as 4 generations born here in Canada. You've lived in the Regina, the Winnipeg area. And although Tiferet is Israeli born, you are looking for help from all governments of all levels, including the government of Canada. What would you like to tell them?
She's Canadian by law, so it's very natural that they reached out, and we hope for the best. We hope for the best. We're in touch with great people, and I'm sure they're doing their best. When we were small, my mother all the time said to me and to my 2 brothers, that one day, if somebody really, really horrific will come. Airplanes will come and take us. And now that when I saw in your footage, airplanes taking, it's like that's what my mother promised that Canada will do, because we're Canadian, and it's unfortunately it's happening now. And I hope for the best. I really hope for the best. We're praying, and if somebody could pray with us, it would be helpful, because Tiferet was all about volunteering here in Israel for 2 years and also for South Africa. And she never asked the children there where are they from and who they believe. Children are children, people are people. We're not politics. And Tiferet was never in the military. She never held a gun in her life. She just wanted to have a good time and travel. That's her father. And we're asking just for prayers, and that's it.
And for help to find her. Galit, thank you so much for joining us. On behalf of all of us, we, of course, hope for the best outcome in this situation for you and your family to get a resolution as you continue to wait for word on Tiferet's whereabouts. Thank you once again for taking time to join us.
Thank you very much, Tammie.